started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Stanford's offense has the ball first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give out of the gun. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Washington State's offense will go to work for the first time. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Turning it on! After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Washington State will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Complete to start this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Guys, let's talk just for a second about standing. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Quickly out to the tight end. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Lost a throw on first down. Working that left side now. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first.
There he goes. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Looking downfield, it's Duggar. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ellison. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. Motion from the back. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try to blast their way in. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Here's the pressure.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. And when I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off.
Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a big picture view of Stanford. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good gain. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Connection to the right. Touchdown, Stanford! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it, throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the intercept.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they'll send out the field goal unit right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Kansas stopped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grab behind the line. It's Woods. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Fires one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ellison. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cougar!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
14. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hall. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it.
He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Westbrook. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To the air, it's Duggar. Finds a tight end. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Washington State sent out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They're going to run it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw, it's Duggar. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riley. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. This time they'll go to the running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Washington State has it all working right now. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try the run. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Washington State! And the comeback is on.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. To the air on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Cougars. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Floats it out in space. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. Chinging on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
The inside handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Number 37, odds to punt it away.
Punt is in the air. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Got a little space. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quarterback on the keeper. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Nice move there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep... Touchdown, Washington State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quick.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Looking downfield, it's Gulbranson. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Washington State, 35. Stanford, 30.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. With the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up.
Touchdown, Stanford! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
The snap sets up to throw. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will open from the 15. The option look. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Duggar. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. Never a doubt. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied up.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed us there.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that?
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. He caught it. Touchdown, Cardinal. They jump on top here in OT. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you talking? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Hauls it in. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Let's it fly. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game.